Hello and welcome once again to another episode of Open Talk. In today's episode, our guests are Mr. Osama Al-Khaja, President of Innovation Association Ibtikar, and Mr. Yahya Al-Ansari, Technopreneur. And we will talk to them about entrepreneurship. Welcome to our program, Mr. Osama and Mr. Yahya.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
To start with, can you tell me how important is innovation when it comes to entrepreneurship?
Innovation is fundamental to develop entrepreneurship because entrepreneurship will succeed only if the entrepreneur is creative and innovative in starting and developing his or her business.
Mm-hmm.
So I would consider the innovation and entrepreneurship are like twins, which you can't segregate innovation from entrepreneurship if you need to have a successful entrepreneurship.
So having this innovation is very important to be
Absolutely,
successful.
yes.
And what about you, Mr. Yahya? How do you find what do you think about that?
Yeah, I guess like what Osama mentioned, innovation alone, it has no impact without entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurship, this is the mechanism to transfer or transform actually the innovation to a product that goes to public, and then it shows the benefits out of this innovation. Otherwise, innovation alone can stay as a nice research on one of the shelves.
Nice research, and I like that. So talking about, we have seen a lot of entrepreneurs, having a lot of entrepreneurs in Bahrain. How important is that?
Well, as you clearly mentioned, there are lots of entrepreneurs in Bahrain and in many other countries. But only those entrepreneurs who are creative in day-to-day business and innovative in the way they manage their challenges and their business and dealing with their customers and their products and with their all matters related to their business, those you will find those are the ones who are successful. The rest, many entrepreneurs they just follow the entrepreneurs, and that's why you can see repeated businesses, cupcakes or burgers or this stuff, with very little creativity. And those businesses, unfortunately, can't survive and sustain. You cannot sustain without innovation and creativity and as an entrepreneur. And this is what makes a difference for entrepreneurship.
And what about you? What, in your opinion?
Well, to me, the number doesn't matter, to be honest. But if you look at this number, how many of these entrepreneurs or businesses, startups or small companies that will succeed and continue? Again, it is the sustainability, basically. This is what matters. Again, whoever started with something innovative and different and unique, this is the real innovation, basically. What comes after, and this is fact, it will come at any time, which is a copy of that. So it goes like trends. So unless you have this innovation as a continuous process, not once at a time, it's really difficult to have a sustainable business.
So do you believe the youth or the younger generation need to be educated when it comes to being having innovation and being future entrepreneurs?
Yes, the youth need to be educated. Education is just one part. What we need to have is to develop a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And the culture will start from home, all the way to the schools, the workplace, and the business, and it should cover the entire ecosystem for entrepreneurship and innovation. And then you'll find you will find our youth very successful, and there are many of them. Many of them are very well talented, but they need mentoring and counseling from time to time, on ongoing basis, all the way. And any successful entrepreneur, you'll find him or her interacts with counselors and mentors from time to time to gain the advice on how to manage the challenges, and how to and to encourage them to think out of the box, and to develop and make their decisions in a creative manner to solve their problems, actual problems. So it's not just innovative for the sake of innovation. It's for the sake of developing sustainable and successful business.
It's very important to develop something that could be successful and have a good impact on the economy of your country's economy, or even yourself.
Absolutely. The impact, as you said clearly, that we need to have an impact for all of and anything we do. And this impact can be generated only if we are creative and we understand the market needs, and we develop our knowledge and share our knowledge with those with others, to make the right decisions that will have a good impact for the future of our business.
So do you believe so let's say if you have the creativity, without a mentor, do you think a person would be able to have a good business or be a good entrepreneur?
Well, I think a mentor is important to help entrepreneur to plan for his or her business, start a business, grow it and develop it, and maybe exit the business with a successful impact. But the mindset, creative and innovative mindset, is very crucial here. As they said, you can take the horse to the lake, but you can't force it to drink the water.
Okay.
So the mindset of the entrepreneur is important, to be willing to change. And the more you are creative and adaptable to challenges, the better chance you will have to succeed and sustain.
Of course, that's true.
Yeah.
So we have seen a lot of organizations in Bahrain, such as Injas, such as Temkeen. How does that help the youth or anyone that wants to be an entrepreneur? How do you think their importance to have them in Bahrain?
Of course, I mean the environment is needed at the end of the day. The innovation and creativity, it comes from the individuals. And back to the previous question, which is very, very much true and accurate, is yes, you need to have the environment starting from education level. Because again, the innovation, it's not idea that it will just blink. It's way of thinking, basically. It's a mindset, like Osama said. So in order to have an impact of this, you need to have the right environment. And part of that environment from education, part of it also all the organization and institute that can create the right environment to take this innovation and put it in the right format to have the right output, basically. And then you can see the impact on the economy, on the individual himself, and you can see the impact of the innovation products, whatever that product are, on the society, basically. So it is very crucial for the right environment to bring out these innovation ideas, basically.
So seeing, as I mentioned earlier, we have seen a lot of entrepreneurs in Bahrain. The percentage you told me, there some of them are creative and some of them might. The cupcake business, for example, it was a big thing in Bahrain that everyone, we're gonna invest in doing cupcakes. But how can we bring this creativity, bring them out there? And for example, having conferences, would that help them? Having lectures or?
Well, having conferences, lectures, we need to inspire the entrepreneurs or the talents before even they are entrepreneurs. They need to expose to knowledge, more knowledge, and to widen their knowledge and the way they think, rather than looking within limited knowledge or limited views. Encouraging them, allowing free thinking, and encouraging free thinking without restrictions on what they should think about.
Make it easier for them.
To make it easier,
yes.
yeah. Just think very freely, and they should find themselves at the end. And they should continue to try and make attempts until they find themselves. They find what they like to do, and then they will be more creative and innovative, because they love it and they enjoy it, and then you will see the impact. So the restrictions are the enemies of innovation.
Of course,
so you can't have restrictions and and see good innovation. So in isolation of all that, and there is no they should not compare. I mean, the only comparison that youth or entrepreneurs should compare themselves is to inspire themselves, but not to compare to follow or to others and copy what they have, because everyone has his own exam, if you like me to call it, his own talents, his own case, and there are no two cases the same. Everybody has different, and this is what they should realize.
Try to be different.
To be different, yes. Yeah.
So we'll go to the technology sector. How important? We have seen few applications in Bahrain that have, for example, I don't know if you have heard of Mala'ib. It's an application, and mashallah, they're doing well. So how important is to have youth invest or be entrepreneurs when it comes to the field of technology?
In fact, this is maybe one of the fields that me personally, I see that it has a big area with less competition. Especially there are two parts here in technology. The applications is one part, and to me this is accessible almost to everybody. And it's really an easy environment for innovation for most of the youth, basically. The other part, which is related to hardware, which I love, basically. That one is a bit challenging, but both of them, especially the hardware, it has no competition, basically, and the market is huge. And with today easy access for information and knowledge, it's very attractive sector that it has great room for people to innovate and to come up with new things, new solutions that can really make our life different, basically. So the technology part is the emerging part of the entrepreneurs, I would say.
So do you believe there is any other part that the entrepreneurs lack in Bahrain, for example, other than technology? So technology is somewhere that they can grow. Any other field that entrepreneurs should seek?
They can grow, yes, but there are things that are not available. To support individuals who have ideas, but it requires hardware part of the technology. It's not easy. That's why we always chat and talk about the Fab Lab with Osama, and it's idea that he has been working on for quite some time now through Iptikar. And hopefully we'll see this on the ground soon. This part is not easy, to be honest, and I'm talking here. So it is available, yes. It's very attractive. The room for improvement and having successful businesses and startups and some success stories, it's a huge area here. But it needs a lot of support, basically. A lot of support when it comes to hardware.
It seems very, because having the hardware, it is indeed a bit difficult.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So do you believe there is anywhere else that we lack as entrepreneurs, or to have entrepreneurs in different fields? I said IT, so basically what Mr. Yahya said about IT. So when it comes to other sects, we have seen a lot of people investing in F&B. But what other sects you believe the young entrepreneurs should seek?
Well, there are a number of sectors which are, I'll say, clusters, represent economic clusters or potential clusters in Bahrain.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the financial services or the financial technologies, the fintech.
Okay.
Another example is on the logistics,
Mm-hmm.
the renewables and the energy. And those sectors are, or the health care, those sectors are encouraged even by the Bahrain Economic Development Board, for example,
Mm-hmm.
as one of the main pillars that the Bahrain will focus on for the future. On the other hand, the more knowledge we add to our business as entrepreneur, the higher value and higher impact we can generate. As you know, there are now many companies, the largest companies in the world, global companies,
Mm-hmm.
are knowledge-based companies, and companies that they don't, for example, Uber, they are the largest taxi company in the world, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't own a single taxi.
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
and there are many other examples. So, but what they own the knowledge, and they own the creativity and the innovation,
Mm-hmm.
and the talents, the people, really, and the people and the talents are the key for any successful business. And, the systems and the money and the many other things are enablers.
Mm-hmm.
But if we have the right talents and through the right people, and this is the main asset for any entrepreneurial or any business, and entrepreneurs should realize this. So it's not about money to have it. Sometimes you can, if you have the good idea,
Mm-hmm.
and you have creative business plan and setup, people will come to finance it, because investors and people will always look for unique business opportunities that they can invest in.
Of course,
And
being unique is very important.
yes, very important.
Yes.
They will always look for that. Okay, it's not easy, but it's possible, and there are thousands of success stories,
That's true.
if not more.
Yeah.
And this is what I think we should look at. So first we should look at the clusters and the sectors that, and for example, speak about Bahrain. What is Bahrain focusing on? We focus on tourism and financial services and logistics, manufacturing, energy, healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need to develop our entrepreneurial idea or plans to integrate it into those sectors. That will be ideal to have. Of course, you can think out of the box and do whatever you think suitable to do. But this is the advice usually.
It will be a good example to have.
It will be a good example. It is linked to the. It will be part of an existing ecosystem. It will receive support.
Mm-hmm.
It will add value if I integrate my business, for example, to our downstream manufacturing. then here I'm adding value to the economy. Rather than starting a business, for example, in nanotechnology. Okay, nanotechnology is great, but it doesn't. It's not one of the potential sectors in Bahrain.
Yeah.
As an example.
Mm-hmm.
While financial services and fintech and blockchain, for example, has huge potential in Bahrain, and Bahrain is a center, and there are many reasons. Similarly, with tourism or F&B or other sectors that I mentioned.
Yeah, that's very important to basically divide your ideas or divide having entrepreneurs in different fields. That's very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Would you like to say any last words to the young entrepreneurs or people or the youth that want to be entrepreneurs?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the opportunity is there, and it is big, despite the rumors that there is no market or there is no enough movement for anything commercial. This is not true when it comes to innovation. The good ideas and the individuals who has the passion and looking for achievement, the opportunity is there. I think in Bahrain here we have one of the well-recognized excellent environment for entrepreneurs and startups, with all the support that we have from different organizations. What it takes actually is somebody who would take the topic serious and would like to see an impact for his own idea, basically.
Well, I'll say, I mean, be creative in what you do. Don't compare yourself with anybody else. Preferably have a partner with you if you want to do business.
Okay.
If you want to fail fast and learn fast so you can succeed fast. And always make continuing planning and innovative plans, and always be dynamic and be adaptable to manage your challenges from the beginning, from the time we start thinking of an idea all the way to the planning, to implementing the business, to growing. We have to be always adaptable and creative. It is not easy approach, but it is proven to be successful.
Well, thank you for your wise words, both of you. Well, it was a great pleasure to have you with us on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, our guests today were Mr. Osama Al-Khaja, President of Innovation Association Ibtikar, and Mr. Yahya Al-Ansari, Technopreneur. Thank you for watching Open Talk. Have a good evening.